Like Raymond Johnson's shorts.
More vids since you missed a fire season of anime.
Oh no, what the fuck is this?
This episode is sponsored by Keeps. We all know the secret to being an OP anime protagonist is
Bruh.
prevention. If you're gonna start, okay, this seems pretty creepy. Let's see how scary this is.
Oh my god. What the fuck? Motherfucker.
Yeah, I tap that. Blue Period. This is based on a highly acclaimed manga, and I can kind of see why. The first episode sets up a story that you can tell is going to cut deep and hit hard, whether you're into fine art or not. I think my favorite scene in this first episode is when we see the main character realize his love for art. He fumbles around with the colors, trying to paint his exact vision of Shibuya in the morning. He's desperate to get his image out on paper, but he gets frustrated.
Painting Shibuya in the morning. Why do they have to be in Shibuya? Chat.
That he lacks the skills to do so. You can see a fiery passion awaken inside of him. He's never cared about anything else before, but this is what he wants to do. He's truly discovered something new that he loves in life. And then the guy next to him just goes,
Facts. This is a man of culture. Oh, pie indeed.
I'm this guy. I actually read the first volume of the manga ages ago, and I stopped because I was like, yeah, this is gonna get an anime adaptation. I'm gonna wait for that. And all I can say is that if this is a faithful adaptation, this is gonna be one of the shows to look out for. Because from what I've heard and from what I've read of the manga, it is pure art.
It looks beautiful. I like how this cover looks. And the protagonist, the hottie, white-haired protagonist with cool-ass earrings. I fucks with it.
Eh?
He looks good.
Eh? Eh? Hi sir, sorry to bother you. I'm just working on the storyboards right now, and it's just something very basic to do with the main girl. We've got this scene coming up, and I just wanted to know how you wanted it to be framed. Pointed at her ass. As much as I'm enjoying this, I'm getting very confused as to how the show wants me to feel. I get the vibe that this is meant to be a horror comedy. I like the concept, and it's certainly entertaining seeing a poor, innocent girl trying her best to ignore terrifying ghosts and monsters, but then on top of that, the entire thing seems hornier than a Genshin player looking up Ganyu fan art. Which I guess shouldn't be surprising, coming from the studio that gave us Men of Culture, the animation. But what really throws me off is that the ghosts are genuinely unnerving. Like, the scary bits are actually scary. It has better horror than most
Why is he playing the Anka music? I got a boner.
horror anime. But then it cuts off to some caught in 4K Unreal 5 high definition render of some girl's camel toe. Honestly though, I'm gonna keep watching because I do think it's an original take, and I think it's definitely enjoyable seeing her try to deal with all these different aberrations coming at her.
Oh my
bang,
god.
bang, 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 bang. Do you ever look back at the Cold War era space race and think to yourself, anyone else feel this missing vampires? We got definitely not the Soviet Union competing with off-brand America to do good for their glorious nation by sending the first vampire into space. And I mean, this is certainly a unique concept, but I've said this before, but I'm just not a fan of vampires.
Oh!
Like I was saying, I'm a big fan of any stories with vampires. Is this a cute tsundere with a top-tier pout face and a smug face to boot? Yo, stop. Guys, stop trying to claim her as your new waifu, okay? Stop. She's our waifu. I like this one. Yes, okay, it's because of the tsundere, alright? You got me.
Why,
But, like,
dude? Why the Soviet music? It reminds me of like Call of Duty. Like way back Call of Duty. I used to salute every time I won as the fucking Spetsnaz or some shit. Fucking
waifu. I like this one. Yes,
every
okay,
time.
it's because of the tsundere, alright? You got me. But like, how can I not? I mean, you know what tsunderes be like.
せっかく二人っきりの休日なのにお邪魔してごめん。
そんなんじゃ
ありません。
さあ演奏会の始まりだ。
Yo, that was so
You know, when I hear about some
loud.
new
Yo, that
IP
was
anime
so
getting made that's meant to promote some
loud,
upcoming
dude.
mobile game, I was like,
Yo, that was actually
"Oh,
so.
wake me up when the real shit's coming."
No, that was actually so loud, bro. You guys in the chat telling me that y'all ears are fine. That was like, yo, that fucking hurt.
Out. But then you see a scene like this. And then you're just like, oh, okay, this is some main monitor shit. You know,
This is
I've
cool.
forgotten how hard Madhouse could go, with some help from Mappa, of course, but gorgeous animation aside, I just love the fucking designs and aesthetics of this show. With a Quiet Place-esque world, filled with monsters attracted to music, superhumans fight back with abilities that use the power of classical music, set in the
That's
backdrop of
clean.
America. It's such a mishmash of bizarre ideas that just works. This is one of those shows that drags you in with the rule of cool, and I'm just a sucker for...
Yo, whoever that girl is, she I'm speechless. I'm speechless.
anything that uses music as one of the core aspects of the show. So I'm definitely excited to see where this one goes. Oh, hell yeah. Mecha fans be eating good this year. I mean, just look at this. Sunrise are finally going back to their roots.
Yo, that looks so cool. I like mecha.
See, call me old-fashioned, but I like my mechs like I like my women.
Watch it, man. Sid Snap is gonna be right next to you. Yeah, you gotta be quiet.
2D.
What?
God, it feels so long since we've seen just traditional 2D mechs from a new original mech IP coming from Sunrise. Even if here they've essentially just made Code Geass 00. Alright, I'm just being facetious. I mean, yes, you do have a Japan that's been conquered where its citizens are all treated as subhuman, and it's all up to a single and probable young boy to save the nation, but remember, Code Geass started off with them joining a resistance terrorist organization, but this is nothing like that. Look, they even say so.
だから俺たちはテロリストじゃねえって。
Okay, well, I know this looks bad, but we're not fighting or anything. Alright, well, that was just self-defense. We're not going out there blowing shit up. I'll just play the fucking Code Geass theme. You know when you get this feeling about a show that even if the general consensus is that it's not the standout show of the season, it might just be your standout show of the season? Well, that's Sakugan for me. Sakugan is a massively underwatched show about a father-daughter ragtag duo on a grand adventure in the depths of a labyrinth world filled with kaiju, piloting a mecha to help a human civilization that's trapped underground. If this sounds kind of like Made in Lagan with a side of decadence, you'd be absolutely right. But what really drew me in and what makes it stand out to me is the main duo. Sometimes you just see characters that instantly click. Their chemistry was an instant sell for me, and after a single episode, I was already dangerously invested in their relationship. Fuck this season's best girl, we found best daughter. It was fun, it was charming, it was emotional, amplified by the bombastic OST because my god does the music kick fucking ass. There are a few things that are rough around the edges, the CG looks jank, and the hype scenes aren't on the same masterclass level you'd find on something like a Trigger show. I can see why this didn't immediately stand out to the wider crowds, but I feel such a strong heart behind it. Out of everything I've watched, this one is the one that put the biggest smile on my face, and I know that if it's able to hit the marks I think it can hit, this is going to be one of my favorites of this season. I don't know, guys, I've just got a really good feeling about this one. Next line, we have shh, 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 shh. It's isekai time. Mushoku Tensei continues to have one of the most impressive productions for an isekai anime TV series I've seen. Though if you're looking for something in the same vein, The Faraway Paladin is a new show that seems to have the same thoughtful approach to the world building and characters without the horny. In a show I can best describe as if Dark Souls characters had a slice of life spin-off. Restaurant in Another World got another season? That's my notes. We've got some guy who opens up a drugstore in another world, in the most unique concept we've ever seen in an isekai since last season's drugstore. In another world, there's an isekai starring a main character who is, and I quote, an ugly, revolting, dirty, smelly fat ass, made by an animation studio called, I shit you not, Feel Children's Playground. Did EDP455 make a fucking isekai from the creators of Death Note?
This guy is crazy. This guy's an absolute... Oh my god.
We got Platinum End, featuring
Oh
Incel
my
Light Yagami taking part in some divine death game where the winner gets to
Yo,
become God.
he's crazy.
This looks like some
So that's ass on screen? Where?
some divine death game. Creators of Death Note. We got
Oh, I just saw it. Okay, now I see it.
Platinum End, featuring Incel Light Yagami taking part in some divine death game where the winner gets to become God. Whatever that means. This looks like some edgy fun. Seems like it's gonna have the same kind of over-the-top, deep-thinking mind games we've seen in Death Note, except this time there's a cute kawaii angel who seems a bit too trigger-happy with the idea of murdering people. We don't know who the rest of the God candidates are yet, but I mean, they've already given us a glimpse of everyone we need to look out for, so you know what? I'm gonna get ahead of the curve. Let's put our detective hats on and see what we got to worry about. Alright, we've got a spiky-haired guy, a teenager, an adult, a child, a schoolgirl, a man. I have 3 words for you.
I fucking hate this guy, bro. Like, I'm really invested into what the fuck he's talking about. Then he would just lean off to a fucking joke. That whole Among Us shit. Come on, man.
John Wick Isekai. If you're getting bored of the usual epic gamer nerd protagonist gets isekai'd and suddenly becomes a Sigma male, then let me introduce you to this. We've got the world's greatest assassin who dies and gets hired by an isekai goddess to reincarnate so he can assassinate the hero of the fantasy world. This is honest to god a really interesting take on the genre, and it's just so refreshing to see a main character who was actually a badass before he got isekai'd for once. It's rare to see an isekai where the guy's life before is just as interesting as his life after he got reincarnated. And you know, for such a refreshing take on the usual isekai protagonist, I wonder what kind of genius came up with this. Oh.
I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment.
Oh yeah, baby. Say goodbye to Sussy Baka
Yo,
and
he's so
say hello to Cheeky Senpai.
I made a severe...
Oh god, his dick would split her in half. And then there's Ranking of Kings. Now, I'm gonna be absolutely honest. I completely looked over this one because, well, it looks like a kid's show, okay? But Gigguk, you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, you know. I know, but shut up, okay? I'm not the biggest fan of the art style. The world is very Ghibli-esque, which is something that doesn't appeal much to me, so in an anime season where I barely have time to watch all the good shows, this shit matters. And I say this because in spite of all this, in spite of all my preconceptions, this to me was one of the most impressive anime this season. In a world where kings are ranked and their strengths inspire a nation, you have a weak, deaf and mute prince who aspires
The animation style looks really good, though.
to be the world's greatest king in spite of all those in his kingdom doubting him. It's a simple tale that is propped up by great writing and some of the best storytelling you can find this season. I came in watching it to tick off a box and I went out almost crying because of the
What the hell?
backstory of this black fucking blob with eyes. I don't know what the fuck this is. I would say that a lot of this is because Studio West are just on fire right now, but I mean, like, when the fuck aren't they? I'm not sure if these fuckers are capable of missing because they've somehow given us yet another banger.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Word around the office is you've got a fat cock.
As the veritable waifu flavor of the month, Komi-san was one of the most anticipated adaptations this season, and if you don't keep up with the manga scene, you may be thinking, alright, what's so special about this waifu that's got everyone up in arms?
Facts.
Well, you see, Komi is afraid of social interaction.
I do that.
I put Komi-san in a category I like to call Discord profile picture manga. You know, the type of manga I swear to god is made to appeal to the type of people who still laugh at the number 69. So I... nice. So I gotta be
Yup. The ones that laugh at Among Us and use the Among Us twerking gif.
completely honest, I came into this thinking, I'm better than this. As the self-proclaimed tsundere-loving shitlord I wasn't gonna be charmed by this girl. I mean, what's she gonna do? Quietly exhale on me? You think I'm gonna fall for the waifu version of heavy-breathing cat? But god
Damn it, I called, man. She's just too damn adorable.
We've had a fair share of socially awkward, hashtag relatable introverts, am I right? Kind of shows, but this is the first time I've seen someone with crippling social anxiety. Not only that, but this is the best animation I've seen for a slice of life show outside of Kyoto Animation.
But I mean, what I like about it so far is that this show is kind of accurate because it's always like the pretty, shy girls that are always like shy. I know that made no sense, but it's always the pretty girls that like that are shy and shit, and then they have like low self-esteem, but then it'd be like the ugly girls with mad confidence, and they be looking like
I mean, some of these shots look straight up film quality. This is looking like it's going to be one of the most wholesome, feel-good shows of the year, because for real, knowing a lot of people with social anxiety, I'm really glad something like this exists. There are so many people out there who want to open up but don't have the courage or know how to do so. And even in this first episode, seeing just a glimpse of someone taking that first step of trying to open up just melted my heart immediately, and made me hope that someday I could help someone too take that first step.
oh bye. That's why I try my hardest to like talk to people, and even if they're shy and shit, I just still talk to them. Cause that's what it is, man. Sometimes, especially like at work and stuff, like I hate it when people are fucking, what today is? What today is? Today's the 2nd, right? Okay, I was tripping balls. I thought my job told me I was supposed to come in today. I got scared. I was like, huh? Why am I scheduled? Why did they schedule me this schedule? From 7 p.m. Why they got me coming in this late tomorrow? 7 p.m.? What the fuck am I doing? I don't know, dude. Because they love you? What if the manager wants me? That'd be sus. I'd be like, hey. My favorite swear words are bollocks, shit, and fuck.